Number 4, get appropriate study materials. In addition to attending lectures, you need study materials like books, okay, question kits. You need to get access to lecture videos to be able to watch over and over again. But you need to get appropriate study materials to help you to pass the examination. Listen to me. Don't keep your money in the bank and go and write the exam and fail and sit down and say, I don't have money. Education is a form of investment. So instead of keeping the money in the bank, which inflation is reducing its value, why not take part of that money and invest it into what you are doing so that you can finish this as early as possible and become successful, get your promotion, and take your life to the next level? So get study materials, buy the ICAG books. Okay, if you're attending lectures somewhere and some of the lecturers have great books, get them, buy the books, buy the ICAG question kits. It will help you because there is a lot in the question kits that sometimes they bring in the exam. Also, there's a question in the question kit, then boom, the same thing will just be brought in the exam hall. All these will help you to make the journey interesting. All these will help you so that you can really understand what you are studying very well, so you can position yourself to ultimately pass the examination. So get appropriate study materials. Then the third thing is this: stop the unrealistic expectation and comparisons. You see, there are some of you, the reason why you fail the exam is because you make a lot of unrealistic comparisons. So for instance, I've had people who are like, oh, my friend B, he was writing public sector, but then he didn't attend lectures, he didn't do anything, and he didn't even want to write the paper, but along the line he registered, and then 3 days to the exam he picked a book, or then he read some few things, or he attended an intervention somewhere, and boom, he went and passed the examination. That is your friend. Don't use that as the yardstick for everything that you are doing. You are different from them. The fact that someone did something and it worked for them does not mean that becomes the status quo for everybody to follow. We are all different. Maybe somebody can use 3 days. No nonsense, 3 days, go through the syllabus, cover key topics, key areas, because the person understands the exam, understands the structure of the syllabus, and knows the key areas that will be examined. And for that reason, that person can use 3 days, no nonsense, go through everything, go into the exam and pass the examination. But you cannot do that. Maybe your brain is different, your mind is different. Now, it doesn't mean that person is smarter than you. It's just the way we are made as individuals. It's just the way we are made as human beings. We are different. So don't use someone's strategy as the rule and apply it to yourself. It's like what you hear in other areas of life. Like, for instance, someone is like, oh, I married when I was 19 years. I married when I was 25 years. So you have to marry early. That's nonsense. The fact that you married at 19 or you married at 25 does not mean I should also marry at 19, or does not mean if I marry at 40, I am a failure. No. We are different. We are different. You do things based on who you are, where you are, and what works best for you. So I don't want you to be doing comparison. And it is something that I really don't like, because I've had a lot of students, and I've been in this game for over a decade. So I've had students who spew out garbage to me. Oh, this friend of mine said, oh, this friend of mine said that. Nobody cares. Or some people are like, oh, the ICAG exam, they say it's difficult. No matter what you do, you will fail. Then people are listening to this nonsense, and it's affecting your emotions, it's affecting your goals, it's affecting your ability to go in there and pass the examination. Who said medicine is easy? Who said engineering is cheap? Who said being an architect is easy? Who said law is nice? Each of these subjects have their difficulties, have their challenges. The same thing happens to accounting. The same thing happens to the ICAG examination. So don't just sit down and listen to someone telling you that the ICA examination is difficult. No matter what you do, you are going to fail. And that has crippled you not to break yourself out and go out there, write the exam with confidence and pass the examination. So be careful. Be careful. I'm not saying don't take inspiration from people. Yes, there are a lot of people's life who can inspire you. There are a lot of people's story that can encourage you, but be careful. Be very careful. And I've had a lot of people who also say that, the ICA exam, you just have to be writing. You just have to be writing. Every semester, you just register and write. Every semester, you just register and write. You don't know. You don't know. Maybe you will pass. That is foolishness. Because how do you tell me that, you just have to be registering and be writing? You just have to be registering and be writing. And so they've written the exam 5 times, they have still not passed. 6 times, they have still not passed. And their mindset is, you have to be registering and writing. You have to be registering and writing because, one of these days you will pass. That is absolute foolishness. And you cannot use that to become the rule for your life. Listen to me. If you're following examples, follow good examples. If you're listening to people, listen to people who can show you the way. So my take is this. Stop the unrealistic comparisons. Stop the unrealistic expectations. If you sit down 2 weeks to the exams, 3 days to the exam, thinking that you will attend an intervention class somewhere, and by a certain means, someone will cast a spell on you, and you go to the exam hall and voila, be able to write the exam and pass, may I suggest to you that is a wrong strategy and you're going to fail the exam. It's a wrong strategy and you're going to fail the examination. So if you avoid that unrealistic comparison and you liberate yourself from unrealistic expectation and become realistic that, hey, listen, I got to work hard. I got to make time to study. I need to be serious. I need to attend lectures. I need to solve questions. I need to work on my timing. I need to work on my handwriting. If you can do all of these, I can guarantee you will go to the exam hall, write the exam, and most importantly, pass the examination. So these are generally some of the things that I think you need to do, some of the strategies that you need to adopt in order for you to go into the exam hall, write the exams with confidence, and pass the examination. Let me know in the comment section what other questions you would want me to share my thought on in relation to the ICAG examination or the ACCA or the ICAN professional qualification examination, and let's see how I can provide you with some assistance so that you can prepare well and pass the examination. Remember, you can enroll in our complete courses on our online portal, NhyiraPremium.com, and also download our Nhyira Premium mobile application if you have not downloaded it on the Google Play Store or the App Store. It gives you access to various materials that you can use to position yourself to pass the exam and most importantly, become successful. Thank you for watching. Remember to subscribe to the channel. Click the bell notification icon for notifications so that when we release new content, you'll be the first person to be notified. But most importantly, I want you to share the channel with your colleagues, your friends, and your loved ones who are on the same journey so that together we can reach as many students as possible and help a lot of people so we can all achieve our goals and become successful. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one.